Alrighty, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed that blast from the positivity lane.
Yes.
So good, so good. But now it's time for the top 5 segment. Time for the top 5 challenge. Man, oh man, we're talking a whole bunch about different shows, like things we dislike, what we haven't seen, things like that. So now this week, this top 5 is top 5 TV shows that should not have been canceled.
It only made sense for this to be the one this week.
I know, right?
It only made sense.
Exactly. I mean, so many good ones out there. It's honestly insane how many shows have been canceled and not been picked back up either on a streamer now since with fucking... I mean, Arrested Development is a good example of one that did from network to a streamer, and I'm happy Netflix was able to do that for that show, but there needs to be more.
There needs to be more.
I'm just
saying. We
saying.
have a suggestion.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to it. But my number 5 this week is Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
Many freaking epic actors coming from this show. I mean, you got Linda Cardellini. Say it.
Cardellini?
There you go.
Yes.
James Franco, Seth Rogen, Busy Phillips, Jason Segel. That's just to name some, and like kind of the main cast. There's so many ones that were up and comers coming onto the show, and it only got one season.
Yeah,
One
which
fucking
is
season.
insane to me because it was a brilliant show.
It was.
I mean, ahead of its time, I think.
I think so, too.
I think it was a victim of just being too ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And I mean, but yeah, like you said, it spawned a shit ton of careers, and like a lot of famous people came out of there.
Absolutely wild.
So, I mean, same thing with my number 5, No Ordinary Family.
Oh, yeah.
This was a little superhero gem from Mr. Greg Berlanti, mastermind behind the CW Arrowverse and all of the brilliance that there is. He had it before that, guys. It was on ABC, No Ordinary Family with Julie Benz and Chiklis. Yes. And like, dude, this was basically like the mom could run super fast. You know, Michael Chiklis' character, the dad, was super strong, and then the kids had powers. The son could like figure out formulas and stuff in his mind and everything. The daughter was like a plant-based type power thing or whatever, and it was just a brilliant show.
Sounds like live action Incredibles.
Yes, a mix of Incredibles or Fantastic Four or whatever. But it was brilliant, and they had the whole corporate espionage bad guy that was kind of behind all of the maybe behind the powers or whatever, and like all this. And one of the little assistants to the main person, Julie Benz, was Autumn Reeser's character.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Oh, go figure. Who was addicted to superheroes, and her favorite character was like Kitty Pryde. She used to carry around the dragon Lockheed and stuff. Which, as a comic book geek, I was loving the show.
Yeah.
Only got one season, like you said. But I agree with you. I think it was just a victim of too soon.
Yeah.
Like, had that hit 2 years later on the CW, it would probably still be on.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Exactly. It sucks, man. So many...
So, just for anybody who doesn't think it's possible, Berlanti did have a miss.
Yeah. Exactly.
It shouldn't have been, but it was.
It was. And also, you guys know Autumn Reeser came on the show twice, so be sure to go back and listen to those interviews / top 5 segment.
And it's not the only comic book show she was involved with.
No.
Yeah, listen to the interview, you'll find out.
You'll find out. My number 4 has recently been picked up by Netflix, and you can watch it there. It's 2 seasons that all in capacity. Imposters. Imposters. I don't know what I was trying to say.
Brilliant show.
It's so good. All about conning a con man, basically. I mean, you got Imbar Lavi, who is on Lucifer now.
Yes, Eden on Lucifer,
yeah,
guys.
you got Rob Heaps, who is on Good Girls now.
Yep.
You got Parker Young and Marlene Rodden. So, I mean, so many great actors spawn from this one as well. So, it just sucks, man. It sucks. Everybody kind of wants to be a bad guy a little bit. I mean, not a little bit. Everybody wants to be bad every now and then. So
it's true.
This is the show that lets you be bad with them. So
it's true.
It sucks.
And my next one only got 1 season, and I was really disappointed with this. Jack and Bobby. Talk about another huge cast that had like Logan Lerman, Christine Lottie, John Slattery, a ton of people that basically all went on to Mad Men.
Yeah, right.
Almost all the entire cast showed up on Mad Men at some point. But it was just this brilliant show about an older brother and a younger brother, and the whole premise, obviously, was one went on to become president of the United States, and the whole thing is being told in flashback scenes while it's being narrated from the older administration of the brother that became president.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is guided like you think Jack is going to be president. but it's Bobby that ended up becoming president.
Yeah.
The first lady gets really confusing here is Jack's girlfriend, but apparently becomes Bobby's wife down the line, and there's a bit of an age difference there.
Yeah.
But Matt Long and Logan Lerman as Jack and Bobby, just absolutely brilliant show.
Agreed.
I hate that it got one season.
Yeah.
So, and somebody bring that one back, please.
Seriously.
Put that on a streamer somewhere, because I would watch it again. I would binge watch the shit out of it for one season.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And my number 3, I mean, probably for different reasons that it got canceled, but The Punisher. Netflix's The Punisher.
Yes.
I'm so worried to see what they're going to do next with this character because Netflix got him right. Like, they had a perfect graphic, like, action-packed, violent. That's who this guy is. He is a violent motherfucker.
Yes.
So, and like, to take that all away, to make it a PG version, or a PG-13 version, kind of like Deadpool, to make that a PG-13 version is kind of injustice to the character.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried what happens next with them, and Frank Castle was absolutely perfect. Or, I mean, freaking John Berthal was absolutely perfect
As Frank Castle. Yeah.
So,
I agree with everything you just said. The only hope, the only bit of glimmering light in that whole thing is that Feige is apparently also a huge fan of Bernthal's interpretation of the Punisher. But everybody in the Netflix Marvel universe was right.
I agree.
Daredevil, Elektra, Jessica Jones, like all of the characters, Mike Coulter's Luke Cage, they were all just so fucking spot on.
Yep.
So, but especially the Punisher. Man, those scenes between Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin and Bernthal's Punisher,
So
that
good.
prison scene,
So
holy shit, that prison scene.
Fucking
Oh my
intense,
God,
man.
man. It just, I don't even know. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
Bring it back, Marvel. Bring it back.
Do it.
Proven Innocent is number 3 for me.
can see
Proven
that.
Innocent. Again, another show that probably, if it had debuted now, might still be on.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a show about wrongfully convicted people, and then the one girl gets out and proves she's become a lawyer, and then she gets out and she starts this whole firm of defending people who were wrongfully convicted. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of social justice and inequality and how minorities spend more time in jail and convicted at a higher rate, and just a lot of relevant stuff that's going on now. It was from Adam Armis and Danny Strong, our buddy Danny Strong.
Of course.
And just Kelsey Grammer, Catherine Lodestein, so many. Rachel LaFerre and Nikki James, one of my favorites, Nikki James. I love
Yes.
her. And she would narrate everything. It was told from a podcast point of view, narrated by Nikki James, which I just thought was brilliant. One season.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer was so fucking good on that show.
Yeah.
I love Kelsey Grammer, man.
Yeah.
I just, but anyway, one season.
Yeah.
Adam Armis and Danny Strong need to do another one.
It's so sad. It's so sad. And another one that makes me so freaking sad because of budget issues, and I mean, Netflix doing its Netflix thing, The Get Down. I mean, you got Justice Smith. You got freaking the dude who voiced Miles Morales in Into the Spider-Universe.
Yes.
Like, you got so many great actors.
Jaden Smith?
Jaden Smith. I mean, so many good actors. And you can kind of tell that there was budget problems in the second season when they went kind of animated for part of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just so good. Like, it's about the invention of hip-hop and being a DJ and how all that correlates and how it's all like in one family.
Exactly.
And like, it was just such a good show.
And
Such
what
a
I
good
liked
show.
is that they did a really good job of, it was fictional, but then they included real life people in it.
Exactly.
I mean, just
Grandmaster Flash.
yeah, just
like,
they did a brilliant job of merging the fiction with the reality.
Exactly.
Jimmy Smits.
Yeah.
Like there was, like you said, so many brilliant cast members on the show, and it was Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
Baz Luhrmann just couldn't get it under control with the
Exactly.
budget, man. He's what killed that show, and that's unfortunate. I wish they would have just fired him and brought in another showrunner and kept it going, because
I agree.
mean, he just could not get the shit done under budget, and
Yeah.
that sucks, man.
It does suck. It does suck. And Shamik Moore.
Shamik Moore, there you go. It's Shamik Moore.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Brilliant
And
actor,
will
yeah.
be back, apparently, for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2.
It's good. It's good.
Another one, and we were all so disappointed about this one. We were huge fans of it. Lauren Cohen and Scott Foley
Yeah.
and Verdas and just the whole gang.
So good.
Whiskey Cavalier.
Yeah.
Another victim of budget.
Yeah.
Like, it was just too expensive to shoot. Brilliant show
So
about,
good.
cross spies and the CIA and
Espionage.
and it was funny, it was action filled, it was dramatic, and I mean, come on, Scott Foley and Lauren Cohn were brilliant together.
They were.
Just brilliant together.
No.
That one tried to save campaign, and Disney and ABC rethought about it, said, okay, it's not canceled, and then said it was canceled again.
Bastards.
Like, yeah, what the fuck? NBC, don't be doing. All right, I'm
know.
just saying.
Exactly.
And what? Number one.
And number one, Council of Dads.
Yes.
I mean, if you couldn't tell from the fucking industry news, we brought it up millions of times. Council of Dads is the most relevant show on television right now, or at least
It is.
was on television. Hopefully it gets picked up by a streamer, but literally, like we've talked about before, you're dealing with a black gay couple. You're dealing with adoption. You're dealing with transgender. You're dealing with, like, so many of these things that are relevant in everyday life.
Underprivileged neighborhoods.
Yes.
The question of paternity and how that can fuck up
Yeah.
your life.
Cancer.
The loss of a spouse. How do you carry on? When's too soon to start a new relationship?
Exactly.
Or just all of these things, the diversity, the inclusivity, just everything about this show screamed what's going on right now.
Exactly.
The cast is absolutely brilliant. Michael O'Neill and Sarah Wayne Callis and J. August Richards and Clive Standen and Elle Weaver and MJ Anthony.
All
and just
of
like
them.
all of them
All
are
of
just
them.
brilliant. And then Tony and Joan, the writing was just absolutely amazing. Please, here's our deal. Okay, we're gonna implore you, please, Jennifer Sulke, Reed Hastings, Ted Sarandos, anybody at Bob Iger, anybody at Disney, y'all watch these shows, watch these 8 episodes, and then find it, and know that you can save it. It's the right thing to do, guys.
Exactly.
It is the right thing to do. This show deserves to be on television. You guys can make that happen.
You can.
Okay? So one of y'all have the guts, have the courage to pick this show up because it needs to be on the air.
It's so good. It's so good. It's literally the next This Is Us.
Yeah. It just I don't know, man. I can't even, there's no words to describe, like, the connection that you feel with this show.
Yeah.
Because you can relate to every character on that show. You are one of those characters,
Yeah.
or you have been through something that they have been through, or you know somebody
Yeah.
that's been, it's so connectable, and so, like, the message of hope and positivity and love and coming together and just everything about this show, how NBC decided to do what they did and cancel it is beyond me. Don't get on there with your Black Lives Matters and inclusivity and diversity and all this matters, and then you fucking cancel the show.
Yeah.
Because I say you're full of shit with your whole banner out there. If you cancel this show, you must not stand by it. That's all I'm saying.
Just saying.
Because this show stood by everything you claim you stand for, and you canceled it.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, what is your top 5 shows that you think shouldn't have been canceled? We want to know. Please be sure to comment in the description, in the thread, any post that we posted on. Be sure to comment. We really want to know. We appreciate all the fan interaction. We love
do.
all you guys.
We do.
We love you guys.
And if you agree with us about Council of Dads, use hashtag Save Council of Dads.
That's right.
That's it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Anyway, great top 5 segment.
It was.
Great freaking top 5 segment.